Hey everybody, welcome back. There've been some tough runs in Slay the Spire lately, but I'm keeping my head held high. I solicited some tips on Twitter. A lot of the tips were about card evaluation, but a lot of them are actually immediately implementable. Not that card evaluation tips aren't. It's just something I'm abstaining from for now, out of a misguided sense of duty. Instead, tips like, hey, don't focus elites until later. Don't focus elites until your run has its engine that starts to, like, for example, you have Corruption, Barricade, and True Grits or something like that, and you can start to, actually have your deck do what it's supposed to do instead of just playing the cards that you happen to draw every time. Anyway, I want to take a look at this one. 100 gold is not that meaningful. I would rather have a random rare than 100 gold. I would probably rather have a choice of rare and obtain a curse. I love Double Tap, and I love Reaper. Reaper, I think, is more critical with the way that I tend to build. We don't really gain anything by waiting on Reaper, except we do kill this guy faster. So let me crunch the numbers. I kill him, takes 2 hits, hit you as well, we take 8 damage and become weakened. If I play this, so it will be at 60 HP. If I play this, we go to 75 HP. Hit you as well. You live, though. I take 14. We go down to 61. But this is still the right play, because we can always just play Reaper later anyway and get to 64. As minor as it is, don't even start with me on the way that this has begun. Reaper will come back around. I'm hoping it comes back around and we're not weak. Please. I have to kill you. So, I don't know. Maybe we should have played it earlier. Maybe we would have been hit regardless. Don't sweat it too much. We have Reaper. I think we want to skip these. Certainly, we got to start removing junk out of this deck. So we'll get rid of the Clumsy. We have 42 gold remaining. We could get Burning Pact. Don't really care. No way we could have afforded anything else. So we have to fight an elite on this path. Something I, if we're being honest with one another, should have looked at. But I'm the dirty little secret right now. I'm relatively confident, at least in the early game with the Ironclad. Doesn't mean we can't lose. We just kill him. Doesn't mean we can't lose, of course. And doesn't mean we won't lose. Dude, you're really gonna take 23 HP from away from me? I can't do that. I can lose 54 gold, though. I can lose 54 gold with the best of them. A bash is tempting. I do wish it went like bash uppercut, but let's see what we got. Limit break giving us extra energy? Yes. Yes, we will do that. Now we will bash, uppercut, strike. 3 turns of vulnerability. We're gonna get a hit like a freaking bus here. I honestly think we play that. I don't even care about the heal. It's more about exhausting an attack we won't be able to use with, any kind of regularity. I will keep the bash going because next turn is our big turn. We'd really like, and like is not the right word. Prefer is a better word for this. We'd prefer to have the ability to sustain our HP at a high level. 29 is not horrible. Self-forming clay is half decent. Juggernaut is a potential card we can build around, I think. So we don't have a deck that builds for that yet, but we can get there. I hate these elites. You know what else we want? I have like one Ascension 16 bespoke thing I ask for at all times now. And that thing is very simple. Go ahead, hit me for 20, unfortunately. We need a Whirlwind or, some kind of AoE-like cleave. Just in case we run into the world's worst enemies. Heal me for 12. This is a pretty nice turn for us. Even though we do take 4. Yep. Honestly, I think I'd rather do that. Let's take less damage. Just something that helps us get through those like awful imp setups. You know what I mean? I don't even think it's mathematically possible we could draw any combination of things that would kill you. So Can I just say thank God self-forming clay exists right now? It's doing an incredible job. You're gonna live. You're not gonna live because it blocked the weakness. Thank God. Self-forming clay is doing unbelievable work right now. And actually, that combined with Juggernaut, I'm realizing we do have a modest synergy. We take 1 damage, the ability to, you know, reflect 5 of that. It's pretty nice. It's not really a reflection because we're taking the damage ourselves, but you get the idea. Okay. True Grit and Cleave, I think, are both very important. But I'm going to do Cleave first because I'm very, very nervous about just surviving. And depending on the enemies that we fight on the way up here, I mean, I think we're in the right to be nervous. I've identified a principal problem with Reaper right now. We can't play it. It's very tough for us to play Reaper. It costs too much. We don't heal for very much. When we use it. Well. Okay, Juggernaut is a must play. I'm also learning that pretty quickly. I do think an Armaments, particularly after it gets upgraded, is going to be solid. You really want to draw Bash turn 1, but we didn't. Instead, we got Uppercut. Still pretty good. So we're going to Armaments, upgrade Uppercut to make it substantially better. Then use our attack potion to take advantage of it while we have it. There's obviously something to do with Dropkick here, but I just want the raw damage. Dude, Searing Blow's got a cool animation now. Alright. Go ahead and hit me for 15. Self-forming clay will help out a little. I was going to say, this now becomes the real question. Is it worth playing Juggernaut? And I'm going to say no, but I'm not very confident in that. Now, we're just hoping to kill you next turn. It requires good draw. 16. It's not. You're not going to die. But we can't kill you faster, so. I might be wrong on it. Maybe 2 attacks would have done it. I'm not sure, though. Okay. Barricade seems... I mean, it's very, very, very expensive. But also, you know, I think if we can manage to make it tick, it's got something going on. This is a terrible turn. I don't feel confident at all, by the way, in our ability to win on this floor, but we're trying. We're giving it all she's got, Captain. Once we get our powers out there, we got something going on. You can see it for yourself. The enemies are dying. But it takes us too many turns to get set up right now. Corruption Barricade, yes, but our deck is too expensive right now to play it. That might be a fatal mistake. I recognize it. I will always do this trade until, like, life gets real tough for us. You're doing enough damage to cause me some real problems. Whenever a card is exhausted, gain 3 block. I can't do anything there. At the start of your turn, gain 3 strength. I can't do anything there either. I can't kill either of you. So I think we will be killed. That's just... Honestly, we lost that run when we picked the right path. Let that be a lesson. You know, you gotta be extremely dialed in Slay the Spire here. Max HP plus 7, or enemies in your next 3 combats have 1 HP. I'm still trying this, like, you know, fireworks setup to see if it has a chance. So, build a good deck early. Armaments, highly takeable, I think. Great opportunity for a first floor upgrade. I do look at Sever Soul as a possibility for raw damage. I'm going to cut a basic strike. But I was tempted to cut a defend because we added one. But my thinking is, oh, I would rather upgrade armaments than remove anything else. If this is not combat, we get a free elite kill. Beautiful. And, dude, the removal is out of control so far. 4 attacks, 5 defense. I think we'd rather do this. So we're going to get a free elite kill, which is real surprising. And our deck has been upgraded quite aggressively so far. Hilariously, not quite a free elite kill. There we go. Now it's free. Molten Egg early, extremely good. We'll still take Shrug It Off instead. All right. So this is an 11-card deck, and a lot of it is gas right now. What comes next? We don't have to fight the elites, but I do sort of feel like, why wouldn't we right now? We'd at least fight one. We drew Bash on turn 1. If we play it, I mean, you know the problem, but I think we'll play it anyway. See what our attack could be. Free Clothesline seems good. So let's Armaments, and then Bash, and then Clothesline, and then we can always use the Block Potion, and we should use the Block Potion to make something happen there. So I think we'll Strike, Shrug. No, don't use the Block Potion to block 4. That's very dumb. You probably should have attacked and used the Block Potion instead. That's a much better turn for us right there. So just hit him hard, ideally. Might not die next turn, but he does have 5 turns of vulnerability. Will definitely die. Okay. Courier. 20% reduction is really good if we plan on removing cards. I will almost always take 1 headbutt. That's nice. It's probably not something that's going to benefit us too much as this character, but still not displeased. We don't really want to bring back Bash, but I don't know. He's pretty close to death as is. 15. This will never do 10. So I am willing to take 1 damage to make sure you die next turn because we're going to heal up anyway. We're going to not heal up to full, actually, now that I look at it, but close enough. We don't need 2 headbutts. Sword Boomerang, there's a temptation, but I don't buy it. I will Anger the Mushrooms to make weakness less bad. Don't all attack at once. Thank you. That's very nice of you. We're not going to kill them all on the same turn, so I think you just get to work on them early. You know you're going to be made vulnerable. Give me another Armaments just in case. So we're taking 9 more damage. Keep in mind, we are doing this to get a relic. Is it as good as a rare relic? Probably not. It's a bad fight for our combination right now, but is what it is. Okay, so this guy should be no problem now. We did take a little bit of damage there. I guess it was the vulnerability that screwed me up. Either way, we're going to be at 50-something. You're dead, 57. Odd Mushroom makes vulnerability less bad. I will still take Spot Weakness, and now when this gets upgraded, you know, by hook or by crook, it's a good headbutt target. Spot Weakness, headbutt. Gonna get hit for 6. Life goes on. We could probably... Hopefully they swap roles here. You attack, you... okay. Well, you know. Sure. So, fair enough. Alright. You're gonna get hit for a lot. Let's make sure we don't instead. You're still hidden, huh? It's very rude. As I'm sure you don't need me to tell you. I think we could take 1 more Shrug for now. And I think we're totally fine to upgrade Spot Weakness by default. This is a thin deck that does one thing. It gains strength. That's pretty good, I think. Spot Weakness. Headbutt. Spot Weakness. Don't Shrug It Off. Just play Defend instead. Or even Strike. I'm a little nervous. I will still play the Defend. The Spot Weakness is mission critical. I'm glad to get it. I just wish we didn't have to take 20-something damage as well. Okay, so Armaments at this point has now become not quite a useless card, but pretty close. What it did for us, I will never forget as long as I live. But it no longer has an incredible purpose. $12 strength up. We could probably stop playing Spot Weakness. So here's another thing, you know, people have talked to me about, and I certainly believe that they're correct in their assumptions here. Give me a Shrug instead. I think we passed that epoch. Use True Grit. Not merely as a curse exhauster, but also a means by which... Lovely. To exhaust cards that might be dead. Like, eventually, we don't want to see Spot Weakness. Eventually, we don't want to see Armaments anymore. Now, Fiendfire is amazing. So is Limit Break, though. I think we take Limit Break here. And I'm feeling good for the first time in a while about our caliber here. No longer smithing at rest sites. I think these are all dangerous. I'm going to try no longer being able to smith at rest sites. I don't think this deck needs many more cards, and we have Armaments in it already. It could well be a dangerous decision. So I love this path. We have to fight 2 elites, but there's rests in between them, which I think is important. So this by itself is already solid. Remember, we have 4 energy per turn, so Headbutt, Strike, Strike. Am I losing my mind? Did I not Headbutt, Strike, Strike you? Do you need to take... You need to get hit 4 times in a turn on this. Is this new? What is happening? Like, this is terrible. Spot Weakness is very bad here. Let's be real. You might shrug to see what you get. Okay, I'm glad we did. Bash, Headbutt, bring back Shrug. This guy's dead next turn. That sucked, though. So, you know, ironically, one thing we would love to add to this deck right now is Reaper. If we could get that, I'd be feeling pretty solid, I think. Even though these birds are basically our counter, I don't feel too bad about this right now. You know, we got an okay thing going. Some of these enemies on this floor can be ruthless. A 0 energy body slam. Because it doesn't fit the archetype, I think we say no. I do like that it was pre-upgraded. We rest before the elite fight. I will not lose all my gold. Let's do this. I don't even think our deck is really a slow starter. I think it's just, well, I don't think it's bad at all. I'm just trying to get there, I guess. Figure out what we need. We can only play a few more cards. If this won't kill, which it won't, I would rather put up more block and attack next turn, I think. Taking 13 damage. It's not horrible. That should be very helpful. Strike, this 39... This only does 37. I do need to bash if I want to kill you. That's a real bummer. But it does take 20 damage off the field, so you know what? Let's do that. Probably a little bit over-aggressive. We're at 8 HP. Taking 1 more damage. I have to believe that we're misplaying right now. Like, that we could actually, we could afford to not have to play all of our strength upgrades immediately. But I'll just tell you, you know, I'm calling it like I see it. If we get Reaper, we're in an amazing spot. Gambling chip seems very tempting, but I am kind of like adhering to this notion that, like, you know what? It will cut another basic strike. We can't afford gambling chip anymore. We'll take a regen potion to keep ourselves alive. Everything else here, a true grit is tempting. We need to hit it with an armaments to upgrade it. Is it worth it? Or would we rather buy like a prismatic shard or a centennial puzzle? Or even a blood for blood. Flash is steel though. 6 damage and draw. Okay, let's do that. And let's take the true grit as well. I understand we just added what appears to be a lot of cards to the deck. We unfortunately just cannot do that. Then this is potentially where things end for us. Or where they begin, if you don't think about it too hard. I do think we have to play 3 defenses. Even though I understand it's not the way that most people maybe would want to see this fight go. I would also, you know, given the opportunity, prefer to not have to do that, but it will allow us to punch through his armor faster later. So we exhausted a basic strike. We are going to take 3 damage. Frailty sucks, dude. I'm telling you, it's slow, but watch me go. We're 24 strength up. 30. Okay, I'm no longer mad at all. A 30 damage flash of steel, that'll get you going in all the right places. Okay, no longer upset. Still waiting. I do see maybe the value in an Iron Wave. To be honest with you, I do think a Cleave is something that I would like to see in this deck. Certainly a Rest is something we're happy to do here. What do you got for me? Is this Book Lord? Hello, Book Lord. You stinky Book Lord. I will take Juggernaut. I honestly think early I can deal with the Headbutt armaments. And Juggernaut, I mean, every time we block 7 damage. It's an important thing to keep in mind. $21 damage. I mean, that's no joke. We're actually going to dump the basic strike. Because the curse is going to exhaust itself anyway. The whole idea is, yes, we're going to take a little bit of damage in the process, but we're also going to ruin this guy's life in a big way. You're doing 28, so True Grit will get us there. We'll just exhaust. Probably at this point, you know, I think I would still exhaust a basic strike, honestly. We could, oh no, we can't headbutt anything back. We don't really need to headbutt anything back. We'll just kill him. That went very well. Regal Pillow's nice. If we have to rest, we might as well do it with authority. I do see the potential value of Sentinel, sort of. Alright. I'm really, really hesitant to add stuff to this deck. We'll see how we fare after this. We may fight, we may pivot. So be smart here. We do have draw if we want it. What would we want to bring back into our hand? I mean, like, armaments? Shrug? Spot weakness early I still think matters. Am I okay taking 2 damage? Yes, because I'm going to bring back a spot weakness. 24 damage. Ain't no joke. We'll spot. Well, let's start with flash just in case. We'll still spot. I guess we should have done that first in hindsight. I still think we play our defense. Cleave is still going to punch through that armor. Realistically, I think we could kill him this turn. We're not... we probably are gonna, now that I think about it. Yeah, he's dead. Okay, this run, it works. Just be very careful about what you add. I don't necessarily think we need another True Grit. I would rather rest when we're wounded, so we'll fight this elite because we're not wounded yet. We have to rest, as you recall. So, we have to rest when we go to campsites, I should say. The question would be, what would you want to bring back? And it's weird, because I want to bring back Flash of Steel. I also want this guy to die in a big way. 10 plus 18 will kill you, so let's do it like this. And then we know we're going to draw Bash. which we don't care about at all. So what we're going to do instead is True Grit, and I think that that was a lucky get. We're going to lose 12 HP, nothing to be sad about. We're going to pop a regen potion and start to get on our way. Armaments, please. No armaments. Armaments, please. Still have to kill you. I guess it didn't matter if we got armaments there. My thinking was armaments hits limit break, then we can play limit break, and you get the idea. That's fine. I think we're happy enough to draw through True Grit. He's taking a turn off. This is a bash, headbutt, bring back strength gain. There is no strength gain to bring back, so we'll bring back Flash of Steel. And probably just hit him. Not likely we kill him next turn. Our cards are showing up in the wrong order. That's not horrible. It's just, it could be better, obviously. So we have 14 damage out of this. Real bummer. I think we have to, just to do that. We are going to take another 30 here, which is obviously not what we want, but things got better faster. Okay, what do we want first turn? Probably armaments, honestly. I think our deck is thin enough that we can spin that. And I'm happy with where we're at. We're going to be at full HP. We don't care about our relics too much. Armaments, just the ability for it to hit something useful turn 1 is worth something. And, you know, spot weakness would have been dead in hand this turn anyway, so probably this. We will bash. We still have 5 energy left. Good lord. Bash, strike, defend. We're going to play True Grit, but we're not going to get rid of spot weakness. We're just going to play it because we can play it. Get in the habit, right? 4 energy. Okay. We're going to headbutt. Bring back spot weakness. Shrug spot weakness to hand. Take 4 damage, but engine has started, albeit just barely. We want armaments, like, desperately. So this is going to be a bad turn, where we are going to be hit. Only for 11, which is actually not that bad. Keep in mind I have no choice but the rest anyway. I will say Thunderclap, sort of tempting, but for now, you know, it's easy enough to remove cards. It's hard to add cards because they have to be upgraded in advance, more or less, or armaments has to hit them. So, we have a couple choices here. We don't really care about Mummified Hand, nor do I think we care about Toy Ornithopter. We don't play any powers, so Mummified Hand again is useless. I think Apotheosis is too useless, or it's too expensive to be useful. So I actually think we just straight up, like, cut another basic strike. And probably do nothing else. But I do kind of look at Clothesline and go, meh, you got a certain little je ne sais quoi. But, you know, the faster we draw what we need, the happier we are. Because of the amount of energy we have, I think you would start with a Shrug. And this is not what you want, but at least we'll get all this out. So we'll Cleave, Headbutt, and we'll bring back Armaments for next time so we can hit Spot Weakness and Limit Break, hopefully. We'll hit you again. We'll True Grit, and I'm going to True Grit a basic Defend just to thin the deck a little bit. So here, it is kind of tempting to bash turn 1, but it takes a lot of our energy out. So I think I'm going to start with an Armaments. Very bad idea. Very, just dumb, really. Because then I was going to say, if we draw Limit Break, that's the real problem. Spot Weakness is not so bad, but if we draw Limit Break, we're going to be disappointed. Didn't happen, so just enjoy your 4 strength. He's going to get stronger in attack next turn. Limit Break still exists and is exhaustible, but life goes on. So this is your turn. You kill him. You take a lot of damage. You could get 8 strength out of Limit Break, but it's not the way we prefer to play the game. Usually. Bash. Cleave. Headbutt on you. This time, we know we're going to draw Armaments next turn, so we're going to bring back Limit Break. And now, this is where the strength, in theory, should start just getting out of control. Because you Armaments. Spot Weakness. Not necessary, but we didn't miss out on too much there, in theory at least. We missed out on playing a Shrug for no benefit. It's a bad turn. Let's make it better. You're so lucky. You're like right on the borderline of dead. So we're going to take 39. Minus that. Potentially killable this turn. Be a real bummer. We don't any longer need to play spot weakness. Let's shrug first, just real quick. Glad we did. Can we put up enough block? Extra 9. Lets us survive with 3. Why wouldn't you? So what would you play? You have to play Limit Break. Then you just play your hand. And honestly, at this point, you can dump Spot Weakness. It's so much worse than a Limit Break. Thank you for taking a turn off. This is where, in theory, my game should start to pop. We need to draw 1 strike to kill you next turn. 2 would be nice. A cleave is good enough. Okay, so it got really scary, but the archetype works. Exhume, I look at this as a big positive right now, especially if Armaments hits it first. No longer discarding your hand. I don't even need to look at anything else, because this means if we draw a Limit Break but no Armaments turn 1, we just sit on it. Awakened 1 is our ideal enemy. Let's plan our path around fighting as few elites as we can. And there is a path of no elite resistance. It's this one right here. Okay. You did well on that floor. It might not seem like it, but I'm being sincere. You would probably shrug before True Grit, I think, and then Spot Weakness, 8 Strength up. That's where you want to be. There's always going to be a couple of turns of setup for this deck, and I think that's absolutely A-okay. Not quite doing 18 damage yet. Well, never mind. We're happy just putting damage out on the table. We know what we're going to draw a lot of the time now. Yeah, I'd like to exhume a curse, please. Hi, it's me, the world's dumbest man. Doesn't matter what we take. Let's take a shrug so that we can guarantee a hit next turn if we draw an attack along with it. What can you say? Very good. This deck has a real chance. We've not been there for a while. It's a 17-card deck. Every card does something useful except for our shrugs and defends, but even then, you know? So Armaments, this is what you want, more or less. You Armaments first. Exhume is now free, but Limit Break doesn't get exhausted as well. That's the big one. Let's try a skill potion against these guys. I think an Infernal Blade. It's tempting, but let's just put up some free block. Why don't you? Cleave's pretty good. Again, there's no reason to play Limit Break. 17, 23 damage. Let's make that 0. And I will headbutt the strongest one and bring back Shrug. I think that upgraded Shrug is really strong. Keep in mind, we don't lose these cards. This is the most confident I've felt in a while. And the run did not start this way, but it's feeling that way right now. Now, I don't like having 2 energy left. I'll be the first to tell you. 18 damage would take you down to 23. Probably, I'm not confident this would get you, so let's shrug. I'll True Grit. I'll do it. I don't care what you hit, but don't hit Exhume. It's still not that bad. It's just the worst option. Okay, you got 22 plus 14, 36 damage on field. Pretty bad. Could definitely kill 1, but we could also just take 4 damage and do a lot in return. We're really just, you know, drawing Cleave. And I wouldn't mind pulling a Limit Break out of it as well. Let's see, Cleave does 19. Spot Weakness doesn't get us there. But if we shrug into Limit Break, which was not unlikely, I just want to make that abundantly clear in case you're like, why is this idiot fishing? There's only 2 other cards in there. And if you're like, wow, how does he figure that out? You know why? Because, you know, I took your advice. My deck's thin. I can sort of keep everything where I need it to be, mentally speaking. So just keep steady here. Colorful shop with Inspire. This is new. 50 gold, upgrade 2 cards. Remove full service, 110 gold. Remove a card and upgrade a random card. Yes. Take a basic defend, please. You also upgraded my true grit. You are a god amongst men. Give me -4 maximum HP. I'm content. I know we're not going to be able to do this anyway because we spent too much on the other thing, but it was for a good reason. Nothing here appeals to me except maybe a potion. I'd rather have a random attack than 5 strength because strength is easy enough for us right now. Now, we don't need to avoid all combat with elites, but we also don't need to do any combat with elites. Very important to me, if possible, we get strength early here. Trying to get to that spot weakness. Okay, we're gonna headbutt and bring back Shrug. We should hold these cards, now that I think about it, because of Runic Pyramid. It's a card, to be fair to myself, it's something we don't use that often, but still, we should be using it. We want attacks right now. So I know that, let's see what we have a chance to draw. A bash is pretty important. I know I'm like spot weakness, limit break, but didn't get bashed. The spot weakness, limit break. We're about to take a bunch of damage. Get this trash out of my hand and out of my life. Hopefully that's the last damage we take. So we'll bash. Flash. 21 damage, not a problem. Okay, what do we do next? It's pretty important to think about, but the answer is nothing. We want to hold these cards in hand. We're not overdrawing. Again, it's kind of what we want. Limit break, probably worth it while he's still vulnerable. You think so? Yeah. Just stay on top of what he's got going on here. And then we'll headbutt back a limit break. We don't want to draw it yet, I think. We're only going to draw 3 cards. Shrug it off, True Grit, Limit Break. Are we fine with that? I think we're fine with that. So there's no reason to play anything. We can play Spot Weakness for extra strength. That's actually worthwhile. Okay. He's doing 80 damage. So they buffed this guy, I'm realizing now. That's cute and hilarious and terrifying. What's Shrug gonna give us? Something potentially pretty good. What do we play? Do we want something out of our hand? We could play a basic strike and dump it and draw something better out of these. So we did want bash. It's one of the ways that we're going to be able to get to 90 damage. We did pretty easily. So you might have thought that was over when you saw me take that damage on an early turn, and I wouldn't blame you. But it's not that easy to keep me down, apparently. It does take a couple of turns to get going from time to time, especially when we don't draw spot weakness on turn 1. But, okay, so we want 21 block. It's not too hard. And we can actually afford to smack somebody. Someone like you! Give me the Shrug. I love this deck. I think it's the first time we've been able to... That's exactly what we wanted. It's the first time we've been able to, like, properly execute on what we've been trying to do. I'm just looking at Exhume. Dude, as much as I hate to say it, Exhuming the basic defend kind of works, but I think what I will do instead is limit break, play a basic defend. We take 1 damage. That's... Don't even sweat that, brain. Why are you freaking? Okay, nothing's in our discard pile. I kind of like... I mean, Exhume... Sorry, Armament's into an Exhume, but we're not really exhausting anything anymore. Can we break one of you? Probably not, but I think we try. So, let's start with... I mean, even a Cleave is pretty good here. I'm going to try that. Let's do Cleave, Headbutt, Flash, Cleave. Should have flashed a different enemy. Still got 1 energy left. Wipe this guy off the field, you're good. The only card I want to add to this deck right now is a Reaper. That's it. Everything else, not necessary. Shuriken. Very nice, and in a fringe case sort of way, absolutely. In a fringe case sort of way, gives us a great ability. I think we gotta bash you. Make sure you're good to go next turn. Do we play armaments? No. Do we play anything? No. I kind of want to... Maybe we should have played a defend to get it out of our hand, but it's not like our hand was full anyway. So spot weakness is useless here. The other thing I was going to say, though, is Shuriken allows us to more easily double our strength, even if we don't draw spot weakness early enough. So spot weakness sucks here. Well, we'd like to bring back bash. So we'll headbutt, bash. Do we want to shrug, or is that going to kill you? Or cause you to flip? Not going to cause you to flip. 16 damage would be at 83. Pass turn. The only thing is our hand is full of garbage right now, but we can still hit you somewhat hard. Not as hard as I would like. We have 4 energy. We know we're going to hit you with a strike and a strike. So I think we spot weakness, shrug, and just hope, or armaments, and then just go for the attacks. I'm going to shrug. I'm completely fine with it. Sure, maybe I wish we gotten a little bit luckier, but it's not that bad. What happens to an upgraded slime? Do you think it costs 0? Maybe unnecessary to worry about, because we got these guys under control. Mango. Good max health. We can dump this for a fire potion. I think it's more advantageous. Feed is too little too late. Rest up, boys. There's a chance. What are you? Writhing Mass. Oh, upon receiving attacks, changes its intent. Whatever, Tangela. Alright. 9 damage. That's pretty good. So we might want to stop it at some point. I don't want to stop it yet. We got a lot of energy. 13 damage. Okay. 21 damage. 9 damage. Better. Okay, I took a risk on that. I don't know if the cycle is random or guaranteed. 22 damage. That's tough. 36 damage. That's way worse. And we have no attacks. And we're not going to get any attacks. Okay. 36 damage. I'll tell you what, we'll wait on that limit break. The only thing I will say, what about that? No, it's only attack damage. Fair enough. So we're going to take 14 damage. $22 damage. $16 damage. That's not so bad. Yeah, okay, I'll live with that. Take 5 damage. And hopefully we just destroy you next turn. We don't need a spot yet. I know you got malleability. We're not going to get you. Can we block enough? If we can, we can certainly come close. You know, we take another 6. I hate that we've been, you know, sort of like milled down HP-wise here, but this is, I mean, in the whole scheme of things, pretty okay. I have to think that a bash and then a strike sorts you out. HP is not bad. That's a totally fine sight read for a new enemy, I think. I think I like a defend cleave here. We still take 2 damage. It doesn't matter much because of our ability to rest, but it will start to matter if I get hit more. So we're betting on drawing a limit break, but we didn't. Cleave again. So close to getting 2 kills. hilariously, we're still going to get hit for 1. But we have wounded a lot of enemies, including a spiker that is normally pretty annoying. Hyah. Hyah. Oh, clicked off the monitor. My mistake. I don't want to spoil the run. You know, I'm kind of like, I'm loving where we're at right now, and I've done, in my opinion, at least a very, very, very good job of keeping this run together. So I certainly am not looking to throw it like that. Sorry. Nah. I would never be so confident / cocky as to assume we're guaranteed to win. But this is, in my opinion, the best chance we've had for quite some time. Imagine how good our chance would be if we had Singing Bowl. But, you know, that's not a complaint. Not in the least. 14. Okay, so this sorts us. Exhume, unnecessary. What would you play? This guy's got to go. Let's give him a bash. He's dead next turn. You're likely to go after that. I just hate when we're not able to buff our strength with a spot weakness on turn 1. That being said, spot weakness. Probably should have LB'd first, but... Anytime I say probably, just assume that means definitely should have done something. Only taking 2 damage, again, irrelevant because of our rest ability, but... We are also, you know, getting hit a lot. I see the problem now. We've exhausted our limit break without paying attention. So you have 31 damage. 22, I'm confident with that. I can live here. We're due to draw armaments. Our next turn is our money turn, really. So we exhume, get limit break. Play armaments. Limit break doubles your strength. Still 11 damage coming in. Hit him where it hurts. Alright, we got 24 strength up. Likely to draw limit break, or at least the potential was there. 48 strength up. Now we're cooking. 60 damage. Oops, did I do that? Strike. Shrug. We take 1. We draw limit break? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to be at full HP for the boss. It is destined, so shall it be ridden, so shall it be done. $108 damage headbutt. The fact that we play no powers... No. The fact that we play no powers has me thinking we got this guy. First couple of turns might stink, but he's not getting much stronger. Spy weakness turn 1, huge. Even though it'll lead to us taking damage as well, we need the bonus strength early so that our limit break is not useless. Can't stress this enough. Do not play armaments. Play bash, obviously. But don't play armaments. You don't need to. Instead, you play armaments as soon as you draw a limit break and you win the game. We drew limit break. It's a bad turn. But I still think you go this. Even though it uses so much of your energy. We wipe an enemy out. Yes, we take 27 damage. We're 22 strength up on turn 2, though. Okay. Now we can start to block. So I'm going to shrug. Armaments is great. We'll true grit and get rid of a basic strike. Well, let's get rid of a basic defend. More than enough here. And we'll start hitting them. So I'm not saying we can't lose, but I'm feeling real nice. We will, next time we get True Grit, we'll exhaust spot weakness because limit break is just too good now. We don't want to see anything else. 22. Strange as it sounds. Don't want to take any more damage. So we'll definitely limit break. We're 88 strength up. No True Grit. No True Grit. Headbutt. A limit break back. Strike him. We're good to go. Anything we don't want to see next turn? Probably basic defend. Probably rather do 100 damage. More than 100, really? 178. So we're not dying this turn. We should hit. We win. Okay, that's a huge revelation for me. That's an enormous help. We've won a high-level Ascension mode, a thin 16-card deck. Ascension mode level 18 unlocked. Whew! When you're going through heck, keep going. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. That was a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Of course, follow me on Twitch if you want to be notified of when I go live in the future. For now, though, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya!